Hello children. So today we are going to continue with the same chapter, that is work and energy. In today's topic we are going to discuss about the derivation part. Okay. So I'm going to explain the expression for kinetic energy. The derivation for kinetic energy that we are going to discuss here. It is little tricky but easy to learn. Okay. So try to understand or concentrate more when I explain. So derive expression for kinetic energy. So let us take with an example. Okay. Consider a body of mass m having initial velocity v. This body stops after covering the distance distance s. Okay. So here let us take a cycle. This as a cycle. Okay. So I am considering this cycle. Say for example, the mass of this cycle is m. Okay. Then velocity, where here we are taking initial velocity. You can see here mass m. I have taken here mass m. Initial velocity we are taking here in this chapter. We are taking as initial velocity as v. In the previous all the chapters we have taken it as small u, isn't it? In all previous chapter we have taken initial velocity as small u, but here in this chapter we are taking initial velocity as v. So here you have to be little more careful. So v is nothing but here we are taking the initial velocity. So let's take the initial velocity. Initial velocity is v we have here. Okay. So to keep this in mind, when cycle stops after moving, it covers some distance, isn't it? When this cycle is covering some distance from this point to this point. Okay. Say for example, this is one rather reference point. So it covers some distance, isn't it? So distance we are taking it on yes. Distance is equals to s. So the final velocity where we are taking final velocity we are taking it as, so because it stops, when it stops we are taking it as final velocity, that is equals to 0. I hope you children got an idea. Consider a body mass. We have considered a body mass of m. Initial velocity is here in this chapter we are taking it as v. And the distance covered is taken in distance, that is s. And the final velocity is taken is equals to 0 because when it stops. Okay, final velocity is equals to 0. Similarly, let's take one other example. That is, we have a ball here. Okay, so ball has some mass, isn't it? Ball has some mass. Let's take it as m. So the initial velocity, again here we are taking initial velocity is equals to v. And similarly we are taking final velocity, that is equals to when the ball slows down or rolls down. Okay, this is distance s. So distance is equals to s. So when ball moves and stops at certain point, here at certain point it stops. So that we are taking it as 0. Okay. To derive this expression, you must be clear that consider body of mass. Yes, we have considered body of mass m, and initial velocity we are taking it as v, and the distance covered is the distance s. Final velocity when it stops we are taking it as final velocity is equals to 0. So if you understand this, it is easy to derive this expression. So let us derive the expression that how it works. So here we are using the third equation. Third equation of motion we are using. We are using third equation. Okay. Which is the third equation? The third equation we have here is v square is equals to u square plus 2as, isn't it? This is the formula we have here. So let us take under this equation, let's try to prove the derivation. So final velocity, this is final velocity we know that is 0, isn't it? Final velocity is that we know it is 0. And the initial velocity we take it as v square. Okay, initial velocity we are taking it as v square plus, take plus as it is, 2 is there, write 2 as it is. Here we have A, where the retardation takes place. Okay, so this is the retardation force. Retardation force means where it carries negative charge. So let's take it as A, and displacement as S itself. So write it like this. When it is done, write 0 is equals to v square minus 2as. Okay, this is how we are gonna derive. So we have taken third equation, v square is equals to u square plus 2as. Final velocity is that we have 0. Then initial velocity means it is v square plus 2as. Why we have taken negative sign here means it is the, here you can see, it is the retardation force. Okay, retardation is nothing but negative charge. So we have taken it as 2 minus of A into S. Okay, taking as it is 0 v square minus 2as. So let us take, when we are supposed to take the v aside. Okay, so when positive v comes to this side, it becomes negative v square is equals to minus of 2as. Okay, so what happens here, when we take a v square this side from positive to negative side, in order to prove the equation, it comes negative. So negative gets cancelled. So it becomes A is equals to v square divided by 2s. Okay, so let's consider this as equation 1. This is the equation 1. From chapter Force and Laws of Motion, we know that F is equals to ma, isn't it? From chapter Force and Laws of Motion, we know that F is equal force of laws of motion. From this chapter, we know that F is equals to m into a, isn't it? So let us try to put the F is equals to ma in this case. Okay, so F is equals to ma, we have F right as it is the force. So it is m into a. The value of a here we have is v square minus 2s. Got it? So a, the value of a we are putting it here, that is v square minus 2s. So let us consider this as equation 2. Okay, easy and simple. We have taken the force and laws of motion equation, that is F is equals to ma, where F is equals to m right as it is. A formula we have written it as v square divided by 2s. Now let us take the, we know that the force into displacement, isn't it? F into s. So let's take the value of force here. So we know that W is equals to F into S, work. So the work and energy formula we have, that is W is equals to F into S, written as it is. So putting the value of F here. So let's try to put the value. W is equals to F value is that we have mv square divided by 2s. Okay, this F value we are putting it here, mv square divided by 2s. Into s we have, that is the displacement, right as it is the displacement. So in order to prove this equation, W is equals to mv square into 2s. So what happens here, 2 gets cancelled. Okay, 2 ss gets cancelled. So we have mv square divided by 2. Ss gets cancelled here. So we can take it as half into mv square. Got it? So it is half into mv square. This is the equation that we have got. What is work? What is work? So work is nothing but energy to do. Energy, it is the ability to do work. It is energy is nothing but ability to do work. Isn't it? Energy, that is. So let's see, we are proving the kinetic energy expression here. So we need to put that work. Work is nothing but kinetic energy. We are taking it here. So it is half into mv square. Got it? So this is the expression to derive the kinetic energy. So mathematical expression for kinetic energy is this. When the question is asked for 4 marks, this is very important expression and will be asked for 4 marks, where the kinetic energy is equals to half into mv square. Okay. So kinetic energy depends upon mass, and it also mass of the body, and it also depends upon velocity of the body, where square of the velocity square of the velocity it depends upon. Got it? So this is the very important derivation and will be asked for 4 marks, the kinetic energy mathematical form of derivation. Okay. So I hope you children understood with this derivation. So now let us try to solve some problems based upon this. So the very first question, I want you children to write this in classwork. Okay, write this in classwork. What is the kinetic energy of object? The question, very first question we have is, what is the kinetic energy of object? So the kinetic energy of the object is that it is the energy possessed by object due to its motion. That we call it as kinetic energy of object. Enagutte kinetic energy of object andre ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is the energy possessed by object due to its motion is called the kinetic energy of the object. So then we have the second question. This is a problem based question, numerical problem based question, that is, an object of mass 40 kg is raised to the height of mass, okay, 5 meter above the ground. An object of mass 40 kg is raised to the height of 5 meter above the ground. Okay. So what is its potential energy? So here we are asking, it is asked that what is the potential energy? If the object is allowed to fall, find its kinetic energy when it is half the way down. So let us prove one by one. Here, what is an object of mass 40 kg we have here. So object of mass is equals to m. Okay. So take it as m. Then it is said that, so object of mass m, we have taken it as m, that is equals to the mass we have is 40 kg. Okay. So object of mass m 40 kg. Let's take it as like that. So height is given, that h is equals to 5 meter. It is 5 meter. Height is 5 meter. So given the data is here. We need to prove what is the potential energy. So what is the potential energy? Potential energy, we have the formula m into g into h is the formula that we have here. So let us try to put the values. So mass is 40 kg, right as it is, into gravity due to earth. The value we know it is approximately taken it as 9.8, approximately taken it as 10. So right as it is, and height is 5. So 40 into 10 and into 5, it is 2000 joules. Okay, when we calculate, we get the answer 2000 joules. So let's take this as part 1. This is part 1. So completed till here. Object 40, mass and raised height of 5 meters. Okay, taken from the ground level. The value we have taken. What is the potential energy? For part 1, we have got the potential energy, that is 2000. If the object is allowed to fall, okay, find its kinetic energy when it is half the way down. So the question, second one we have here is, so we need to calculate second one again. So potential energy is equals to m into g into h. So mass is 40, right as it is. Gravity due to earth is 10, right as it is. It is half the way. It is said that half the way. Okay, so height means from height it is 5. So a half means it is 2.5. So right as it is 2.5. Half means 2.5. So the answer we get here is 1000 joule. So we have got 2 answers here, part 1 and part 2. What we are now supposed to take now? We need to take the total energy. Okay, so we need to take total energy. Total energy is equals to potential energy plus kinetic energy. Total energy is nothing but potential energy plus kinetic energy. So that is equals to, where we need to calculate the kinetic energy here. See, kinetic energy is given. We need to calculate kinetic energy. How to calculate kinetic energy? It is equals to total energy minus kinetic energy. Total energy na matte kinetic energy na minus madre namge total energy minus potential energy. Sorry, this is potential energy. When we minus, we get the answer kinetic energy. So total is, we have 2000. Take 2000 minus the half potential energy we have is 1000. Okay, so the answer we get here is 1000 joule. So the kinetic energy is 1000 joule here. It is simple. Okay, so this is, so far we have proved with second one. Now let us have the third question, that is, a freely falling object eventually stops on reaching the ground. Okay, what happens to its kinetic energy? So here, when it falls, when it is freely falling, what happens? It decreases. Okay, when it decreases, what happens? It finally becomes 0. So it finally becomes 0. So the answer we have is here is 0. Freely falling object eventually stops on the reaching the ground. What happens to its kinetic? It decreases. When it decreases, finally it comes to 0. And the last question we have here is the fourth one. What happens to kinetic energy if velocity of the body is half? Okay, so what happens to kinetic energy if the velocity of its body is half? So now let us try to prove. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to velocity, that is v square. Okay, square of the velocity. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to square of the velocity. So we have taken it as here. Kinetic energy is equals to half square. Okay, where we need to take the square. So it will be kinetic energy is equals to 1/4. So this is the answer for the given question. I hope you guys understood with this today's topic. Tomorrow again we'll continue with our same chapter with other topics. Thank you.